Imagine waking up every day dreading the moment you clock in. Your whole day revolves around a job you don't care about, doing tasks that don't excite you, all for someone else's dream. You punch in at 9, punch out at 5, and the only thing you're left with is exhaustion and a paycheck that doesn't reflect your true value. Is that the life you want? If you're shaking your head, this video is for you, because you don't have to live like this. You don't have to waste your life chasing someone else's dream while your own sits in the background. When you wake up and head to your 9 to 5, you're trading your most precious resource, your time. In return, you get a paycheck that's barely enough to cover the bills and maybe treat yourself to a weekend dinner. But that's not freedom, it's modern-day slavery. You're selling your skills, potential, and time to help someone else build their dream while you're stuck in the grind, waiting for the next paycheck. Don't get me wrong, not every 9 to 5 is terrible, but when you work for someone else, you're giving them your most valuable asset. What do you get in return? Just enough to get by. You're building their empire, not your own. The 9 to 5 system wasn't designed to make you rich. It's designed to keep you coming back, working hard while someone else takes the profits. The 9 to 5 wasn't created for your freedom. It was designed to keep you stuck. Originating during the Industrial Revolution, it aimed to get people into factories, doing repetitive tasks every day. Back then, they called it slavery of the mind. Now, instead of working in factories, we're behind desks and screens. And just like the old system, the goal is to keep you productive enough to maintain the cycle while keeping you just comfortable enough to not question it. Meanwhile, the people who own the company are raking in the big bucks because they took the unconventional route. They didn't wait for a paycheck. They built something from the ground up. They invested in themselves, took risks, and didn't let society's job security narrative hold them back. They used their skills to create the future, not just follow someone else's blueprint. So what can you do? Start investing in yourself. The skills and knowledge you've gained are your tools. You don't need to follow the safe path everyone tells you to follow. Break out. I'm not talking about quitting your job without a plan. I'm talking about putting in the work to build something of your own, whether it's a business, a brand, or a skill set that can't be taken away. The world is full of opportunities, but they won't land on your lap while you sit at a desk for 8 hours. You have to go out and grab them. The people who make it aren't the smartest or luckiest. They're the ones who dared to take the unconventional path. They invested in their skills, took calculated risks, and learned along the way. They didn't wait for a boss to tell them what to do. They forged their own path. 100 years ago, society pushed people into factories to spend hours every day keeping machines running. The system needed workers, not freethinkers. And that same system still exists today, only now. Instead of assembly lines, it's spreadsheets, emails, and Zoom meetings. But imagine if someone back then had said, "I'm going to build my own future." That person would have faced challenges, but they would have been free to create, explore, and control their destiny. That person could have been you if you had taken the leap. So here's the question. Do you want a life free from stress, where you control your destiny? Or do you want to stay in the shadows of someone else's success, working for a paycheck that doesn't reflect your worth? The choice is yours, but it starts with a decision to invest in yourself today. It's time to stop trading your time for a paycheck. It's time to stop building someone else's dream, start building yours.